Good morning and happy Friday. I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio with the Morning Pulse. The North Sutherland Bridge project reopens today, 9 months ahead of schedule. And according to District 4 Lincoln County Commissioner Chris Bruns, who represents that region, he stated that the project is also coming in $1 million under the initial budget. The original bridge was completed way back in 1915, and Lincoln County Commissioner Chairman Joe Hughley, who also represents District 1 for decades, mentioned that the bridge was well built for the needs at that time. But he and many colleagues have been working to cut red tape to update the bridge for decades. In other news this morning, a North Platte man was sentenced to 7 years in federal prison for distributing methamphetamine and illegally possessing a firearm. Following a multi-agency investigation into drug trafficking, Brady J. Leeper was sentenced on Thursday in federal court in Lincoln. After prison, the 47-year-old will be on supervised release for 5 years. The FBI and Code Drug Task Force began investigating drug trafficking in 2021, and in June of 2022, a controlled buy was executed over social media involving Leeper, in which he handed over nearly 30 grams of methamphetamine. He was federally indicted, and upon being arrested, a handgun and ammunition was found in his possession, along with fentanyl, drug paraphernalia, and other related items. Leeper had 3 prior felony convictions and was on probation at the time of his arrest. We do have full details on the charges and the case on our website, knopnews2.com. And it's no secret it's been a hot one this week, and at the Nebraska State Fair in Grand Island, that's having an impact on how many people are coming out. During this opening week and throughout the first 5 days, a little more than 129,000 folks have hit the fairgrounds. That's about 7.5% lower than this time last year. But a spokesperson for the State Fair says that number is still about 12% higher than what it was in 2022. And if you decide to go out to the State Fair, there are some shade areas along with cooling stations. If you need a break from these blistering temperatures, you can find some relief in. And also going on this weekend, of course, the start of the Nebraska football season. Dylan Raiola era is underway as the freshman quarterback will make his first appearance for the Big Red by taking on UTEP. And he says that he's ready for the big challenge.
I can't win the game by myself, so it's going to take all 11 on both sides of the ball, and that's our focus. And it would just make it a lot of fun. Let my guys run the show and get the ball out wherever they need to be, and just have fun. You know, it's just like when I was a kid playing the game, so I'm excited.
And coming today on News 2, we get an update on the North Platte Fat Dogs. That's developing off of exit I-79. That's 179 off of Interstate 80. We also sit down with District 42 Senator Mike Jacobson. He gives his thoughts on the big Lincoln County nuclear energy news that's broken here throughout the month of August. And it's also Over Drug Awareness Week. We sit down with Lincoln County's Community Connections to discuss details, prevention, and the importance of this Awareness Week as well. And of course, we talked a little bit about Husker football just minutes ago. Making his debut in the News 2 streaming studio is KNOP Sports Director John Clanton. John, welcome. Thank you for taking time for us.
Thank you, Tristan. I'm excited for a very busy Friday in high school local sports.
Yeah, we began last night, had some interesting games throughout the region, and we get into full gear today. What do we have on tap?
That's right. Season premiere of our football show, Friday Night End Zone. It's going to be exciting, Greater Nebraska. You don't want to miss it. Our showstopper game of the week is going to be Sutherland versus Maxwell. 2 teams that are looking to start the season on good notes. We'll have all of the scores and plus all of your local highlights, including North Platte. They're on the road taking on Kearney. That's going to be a big game as well. And Ogallala and Gothenburg. Tristan, you'll be at that game. So we'll have all of your local football scores and highlights on Friday Night End Zone later tonight right here on News 2.
And putting you on the spot here, John, any predictions on the big game tomorrow for the Big Red?
As far as the Husker goes, I think I'm going to predict I would say a 14-point Husker win tomorrow. I think they're going to start off a little bit slow, but then I think they'll pull away late. So I'm going to say a 14 to 17-point Husker win tomorrow.
And how are you expecting Dylan Raiola to look at his debut?
Same thing. I think the early parts of the game is going to be a little like roller coaster, but I think second, third, fourth quarter, you're going to start to see the Dylan Raiola that everyone expects to see, which is putting up a lot of numbers. So I think it's going to be a good season premiere for him tomorrow.
We'll have John join us every Friday to preview what we have coming in News 2 Sports on these busy high school activity days. As for now, we round out the week on the Morning Pulse here with getting a check of the 7-day forecast. After some cooler temperatures yesterday, you can see a lot of sunshine in the forecast for today and tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we get a little bit of a break with some fall-like temperatures in the upper 70s. Still a lot of sunshine throughout that Labor Day weekend. Not too bad on Monday. And warm temperatures, again, for next work week.